Alrighty, so to start off today, we are looking at the career of Niklas Kronwall because he retired this morning. He will be working in an advisory role to General Manager Steve Yzerman with the Detroit Red Wings. So congratulations to him on what was a pretty solid career. And it was a career that started with his being drafted in 2000 by the Detroit Red Wings, 29th overall, and probably some unrealistic expectations for him along the way. And I say this because when you are seen as the next guy to take over the Detroit Blue Line after Niklas Lidstrom, some pretty big shoes to fill. He didn't make his debut until 2003-2004. During that season, he plays 20 games, 1 goal, 4 assists for the Detroit Red Wings. Of course, 2004-2005, that's the season we lose with the lockout. He plays in Grand Rapids that year. 2005-2006, Detroit still in no rush with Kronwall. 27 games, 1 goal, 8 assists, 9 points. Then 2006-2007, he finally spends his season in the NHL. 68 games played, 1 goal, 21 assists, 22 points for him. So 3 goals his first 3 seasons in the NHL, and that starts to pick up the 4th season. 65 games played in 07-08, 7 goals, 28 assists, 35 points, and a Stanley Cup. In the playoffs, he gets 15 assists in 22 games, which was his best playoff performance. I know people don't like plus minus, but he was a plus 16 in 22 games. That's a pretty good number. Again, plus minus doesn't mean a whole lot in a vacuum, but there are certain situations you can look at it and say, you know what, that's a pretty good total. 2008-2009, 80 games played, 6 goals, 45 assists, 51 points. So his best offensive season. They went to the Stanley Cup Finals that year and lost to Pittsburgh in a rematch, which was fantastic. 2009-2010, he only plays 48 games, 7 goals, 15 assists, 22 points. 2010-2011, 77 games played, 11 goals, 26 assists, 37 points. So his goals are getting better, and then he would achieve his highest goal total the following season. 82 games played, 15 goals, 21 assists, 36 points. During that season, he scored 4 game-winning goals, which was a career high for him. So very, key defenseman. And again, if not for the expectation that he was going to be the number 1 guy in Detroit, I think, he would have been... I don't know. I mean, the following season, 2012-2013, which was shortened by a lockout, 48 games played, 5 goals, 24 assists, 29 points. This is the highest he ever got in Norris voting, which is 10th overall in the NHL. So you can look at it and say, well, 10th isn't great. Or you can look at it and go, 10th is pretty darn good if you're considered to be the 10th best defenseman in the National Hockey League. And this was where his ice time reached the highest point that it ever got in the NHL, 24 minutes and 22 seconds per game. So that was as high as it got. That being said, 2013-2014, 79 games played, 8 goals, 41 assists, 49 points. His ice time was only 3 seconds less that year. 24 minutes and 19 seconds per game that year. So that's pretty close. 2014-2015, plays 80 games, 9 goals, 35 assists, 44 points. And again, going on along at a pretty good clip. The offense starts to dip the following year, however. 2015-2016, 64 games played, 3 goals, 23 assists, 26 points. 2016-2017, he misses 25 games that year, 57 games played, 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. And it's right about here that we start thinking maybe Kronwall's going to retire. Maybe we're reaching that point. However, 2017-2018, the offense sort of returns. 79 games played, 4 goals, 23 assists, 27 points. And he's playing 18 minutes and 31 seconds a game at that stage. Now, the season we just finished, 2018-2019, I actually think he had a better year than he had the year before. Although the totals are almost identical. 79 games played, 3 goals, 24 assists, 27 points. He played 19 minutes and 57 seconds per game this past season. I think if he wanted to come back and play another year with Detroit, I think Yzerman would have said, all right, we'll put you back on the blue line, no problem. I don't think he wanted to go anywhere else. I think if Kronwall had said, all right, I'm open to other offers, I think that there would have been other offers, and I think he would have been signed somewhere else. He plays 953 total games in his career, so for people like myself that like to see 1,000 reached, That's too bad. It's too bad he didn't get to 1,000 games, but that's fine. 83 goals, 349 assists, 432 points. In 109 career playoff games, 5 goals, 42 assists, 47 points. Very solid defenseman, very good career, and I'm glad he's staying with the Detroit Red Wings organization. It is something I really like about Detroit, that they have had a lot of success, and they keep a lot of those players close. It's very rare now with the Detroit Red Wings organization that you hear anything bad about anybody when they exit the team, or about management, the locker room, all that wonderful stuff. So Detroit, they're, in my mind anyways, doing things the right way, and Yzerman's got himself a pretty good advisor in Kronwall. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, just tapping upon this video. And I thought this was a nice way to start things off. Player retires, let's go ahead and take a look at his career and the successes that he had along the way. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I will talk to you again soon.